It was a result and performance that delivered fresh hope. West Ham's win at Spurs has lifted the mood. A slight break in the enveloping, low-lying cloud. But there's still plenty of work to be done before there are clear skies overhead. Today, the chance to move within touching distance of those above. Sunderland are looking upwards as well at the rarefied air of a Champions League battle, revelling in their status as the best newly promoted team the Premier League's seen for years. The ultimate extent of their remarkable rise will be dependent on success on days like these. It's long throw inside the penalty area. It's Castellanos that got to it. And it was beautifully struck from the edge of the penalty area. Fine save from Alphonse Areola. West Ham nearly ahead, with Siddiqui inside the opening 90 seconds or so.
A lovely adjustment of Siddiqui there. Just shuffles his feet back, gets it on his left foot.
Bowen taking on Reinildo. All away by Hugh, all down well by Soucek. Fernandes recycling it for Wan-Bissaka. Now Bowen back involved again. Driving it Reinildo, again standing it up. It's a fine goal. And it's Somerville again. Wouldn't expect him to score too many headers, but that's 3 in 3. And even more belief now around the London Stadium that this revival might actually come to fruition.
Brilliant goal. Really top goal that. Between Bowen and Somerville, the two wide players connecting and linking everything that Nuno's asked from before the game for Somerville. He's just delivered in this moment, gets him where it hurts, and what a header that is. Gets up high, times it brilliantly. Lovely little flighted ball from Bowen, but that is an arrival from a wide player with a leap and a powerful header at the end of it. Super goal.
Dominant in terms of possession, almost 3/4 of the ball through the opening 15 minutes. So that bright start for the opening 2 or 3. West Ham attacking them at will at the moment. Wan-Bissaka, clever from Somerville, opening it up for Bowen, and it might break Pablo as well. Should be 2.
Wow, it's just brilliant from Somerville again here. This little dummy is superb. Talk about know your surroundings and what's in and around you.
Fernandes. He's the goal scorer. Now informs Somerville. For Scarles, who's gone down and gets a penalty. Hume with a shake of the head that protests his innocence.
Well, it's really good play from West Ham again. Positive from Scarles to take that touch inside. Hume offers up the left leg. And I think this kind of decision, whether or not you think it's right or wrong on field, I think from a VAR perspective, it's going to stay on field. I don't think you can look at that and say there's a clear and obvious error.
Big moment this for West Ham. He squeezes it in. They are 2 goals to the good, and right now, back within 2 points of the teams above them. Consistently struggled for any kind of form here all season. But this is the kind of display that makes it look as though the win at Spurs last week was a genuine turning point for them.
Yeah, the confidence certainly seems there from how they've gone in this game, and a little worry on this penalty. It didn't have the most pace on this connection, but it's right in the corner. Even with Roofs going the right way, he throws himself to the left. Nuno couldn't look. But this is a good start for West Ham.
A long ball for Castellanos. Had he gone to him, might have been offside. Somerville certainly wasn't. It's pulled back for Taddy Castellanos here. Ballard effects the block. Fernandes. Oh, what a strike! Mateus Fernandes, 3-0 to West Ham. That is stunning. What an opening 45 minutes for Nuno and West Ham United. Completely at odds with the situation they find themselves in this season. Sunderland stunned, West Ham stunning.
Well, no wonder Nuno has a great big smile on his face on the bench. He should do. His team have done well in this first half. It's a long ball over the top. I think Castellanos is just about offside, but he opts out. Somerville then in his favoured position, driving into the box, pops it off. But when this comes back to Fernandes, there's a little shout from the crowd saying shoot, and boy does he oblige. What a hit. Lovely bit of movement as well. He eyes it up. He has a really good glance before he gets his head down and focuses on the ball. And that's a sweetly struck effort with a little bit of movement. The ball's not spinning, it's nice and flat. Roofs, who's been in top form, has no chance of getting to that ball. Get on the offensive. It's the best form of defence, or defending a lead, is to attack. Wilson just brings that ability to score, doesn't he, in the box. He's got a real good instinct this season.
Excellent running off the ball here from Mukiel. Good ball in, there's one back. Great delivery, headed in by Brobby. 20 minutes into the second half, Sunderland have one of the three they need for a point.
Well, that is out of nowhere. Things are looking good, looking comfortable for Nuno, and all of a sudden, there's a bit of a switch off. It's bizarre the space that Brobby gets. They're not really locked in. I'm not too sure how Todibo gets pulled all the way out wide. Mavropanos is the only defender in the box, and he's just in front of Brobby. He hasn't dropped off to tie in with him, and that's just a free header. Great delivery. Mukiel gets his head up, spots him. It's quite a straightforward header.
It's quite a lengthy look at that potential penalty award. As 09 very nearly embarrasses Areola. Certainly wasn't what he intended. Very nearly got Sunderland back within a goal.
Yeah, he's not intended that at all, but that has just kept Areola right on his toes here. That is very nearly into the top corner, and then the ball spins off the crossbar.
Grappling going on inside the 6-yard box. It's a good flick header, but no second touching behind it. Fernandes from distance again. Oh! Very nearly did it again. Then Roos drops it on to Souček. And it's in. Well, it looks as though the on-field decision is a goal. It is just being checked. When did the ball go over the line? The goalkeeper dropping it onto Souček, who was completely oblivious. That made it look as though the whole of the ball hadn't gone over the line. There is, of course, goal line technology, and it's Tom Bramall will have acted on that. This was the initial effort from Fernandes.
He's got to shoot more, Fernandes. He really has. Mavropanos absolutely grappling Alderete in that position, Jim. But this lad's got to shoot more from this range off today's evidence. He is hitting the ball so cleanly. It's another brilliant strike from Fernandes.
Well, it doesn't stand. Foul on the goalkeeper is the verdict. Well, the old adage suggests that your luck will change when Black Cats cross your path. But is that the turning point for West Ham United's home form that could galvanise this relegation battle? Back-to-back wins for them after the victory at Spurs was followed up here. But an angry reaction, as you can see, from those on the Sunderland bench after the barracking that came from behind. Man of the match performance from Mateus Fernandes, who banged one in from the thick end of 30 yards and very nearly repeated the trick late in the game. Goals from Somerville and Bowen have provided the platform. probably gave Sunderland a little bit of lingering hope. It didn't linger for long. They were poor, one of their worst performances of the season so far in the absence of Granit Xhaka. West Ham, with one of their best, have beaten them by 3 goals to 1.